Okay, guys, we're back again. Today I want to talk about something that drives me crazy, drives me up a wall. And I don't think customers do it to do that. It's just some way it's ingrained into people to always ask for a discount. Um, Personally, I don't understand it because I never do it. When you go to the doctor and he provides a service for you, you get a physical. You don't walk out of there and they say, "Oh, Mrs. Jones, your bill today is $150," and you say, "Oh, how about a discount?" What would they say to you? You go to a restaurant and have a great meal with your family. The bill's $150 when you're done. You all had desserts and steak, and it was awesome. Waitress comes over, who's probably working for a couple bucks an hour, and your tips, and you say to her, "Hey, it was awesome. It was great, but I need a discount." You would never think of doing that. You go to a store. I go to a store and try to buy sneakers. Say we go to Foot Locker. I go to buy Foot Locker. I go to buy some sneakers. The sneakers I want are $100. I say, "Great, that's what I want." I go up to the desk, pay the woman, and I say, "Hey, I'm only going to give you $75 for them today." And they look at you like you're crazy, which they should, because you are. When I come out to do an estimate, it's a whole process. So when you called up the office, you spoke to Tanya, or you talked to Brooke, or maybe you talked to Adair. They go through a pre-qualification sheet. There's a whole bunch of questions on it to make sure that when I come out, or when somebody else comes out and does an estimate, that we don't have these issues. It's just about what type of project is it, where you're located at, when do you want your project done, how long you've been thinking about your project, do you have a budget in mind? Not many people will answer that. If they would, it would make things a lot easier. I wouldn't have to dance around and do a song and dance every time I'm doing an estimate. But all these questions, how many painters are you using? How many other estimates are you getting? Come down to when I show up at your house, it's all set up. I know exactly what to expect. I know what you're expecting for the most part. I know how long you've been thinking about the project. I know what you want done. And then when we walk through the interior of the house, we walk through the interior of the house, I'm listening. I'm not saying a lot. I won't say much until you walk me through your whole house. I am listening for your expectations on these walls, or the ceilings, or the project, or what type of budget. I will ask probably 3 or 4 times, what's the budget on this project? Just for this fact, if I come out and you're showing me a 3,000 square foot interior home, and at the end of the day I tell you, "Hey, well, this is going to cost you probably $9,000, and you look at me like I just stole your puppy. When if you would have told Brooke on the phone that my budget really is about 6,000, 4,000, between 4 and 6,000, we could have had a conversation about why I know this house is going to be about $9,000 to do it the way you just explained it to me, but where we might be able to save some money and get it down to your budget." That's the most important part. It's not, "Hey, it's $9,000 and that's what it is, take it or leave it, or we're out here, go hire another painter." And no, it doesn't work like that. We'll definitely talk to you, but what we're not going to do is, after I send that estimate over here, I send you the $9,000 estimate. It sits for a day or two, we follow up on it, and then the phone call comes. And it'll be from Tanya. Will send me an email. "Hey, Mr. Jones wants to know if you can give him a discount." That's it. No other information. Nothing to qualify that. "Can he have a discount?" "Well, you sure, Mr. Jones?" "Sure, Tanya. Give him a $2,000 discount just because I feel good today." It doesn't work that way, because those discounts are coming from our profit. The profit keeps the company going. Profit pays for all new equipment. It pays for the training of the painters that we try to do. It pays for any benefits that they have. Some of the painters have health insurance through the company. That's where all these things are coming from. So training, equipment that's going to be used on your job, the better paints that we use. So I took a discount. Yeah, Mr. Jones, I'll do it for $7,000. But that 2,000, it's coming from somewhere. I just didn't throw it away. So we're going to have to use cheaper paint. We might have to use less experienced painters who make less money. So that could mean an apprentice, working inside your beautiful home, which we wouldn't do. So I would never discount like that. I'm just trying to explain that, a discount is a discount. Other companies are going to do it because they're going to jump on just trying to get the work and just try to pump out work, pump out work, pump out work. And they're going to try to rob and steal and cheat along the way of that job to try to get down to that money that they lost. So that could be, they told you 2 coats, they put 1 coat on. They told you Benjamin Moore Regal or Duration from Sherwin-Williams, and they're using the bottom dollar paints, saving that money. They could have told you that they're going to have the most experienced guy on site, and it turns out the guy just started last week and he's never painted in his life, and hopefully everything goes well. Or you hired a company who has no insurance, and something else that drives me crazy, no workman's compensation. That's where all that savings is coming from. So when you hire a professional company, and there's plenty in the area, so it's not just us, you can be assured that they're insured. They have workman's compensation. You can ask for all these forms from them, and you should. The painters actually work for them, and they're not subcontractors, which isn't bad. It just depends on the situation, on who it is. That's where the discounts come from. So again, when you're in a regular store, you're not asking for a discount. Why is it when you hire a contractor or a painter, you're asking for a discount? I know what the job's going to cost for the most part. It's not a guessing game. We have production rates that we've done your type of job over and over and over and over again. We know what it's going to cost to do, and then somebody comes in and wants to bottom dollar it. It just is not going to work out. Your project's not going to work out cutting the dollars to do it. That's basically it right now. So keep that in mind when you're asking for a contractor to drop their prices, or anybody to drop their prices. It's going to come from somewhere. All right, I'll talk to you later.